Hey everybody, it is December 23rd and you know what that means. It is time to cover another holiday classic. Today we're talking Jingle All the Way. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. It's turbo time, everybody. Alright, so it's December 23rd. Only 2 more days to find the holiday spirit. 2 more movies to figure out what the holidays mean to us. Can we do it? Probably. I think so. I think we've already learned a lot, so let's see what Jingle All the Way and Gremlins can tell us. So, like I said in the intro, today we are covering Jingle All the Way, the 1996 Christmas comedy classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, and Phil Hartman. So, let's get into it. Let's figure out what this movie can tell us about the holiday spirit. For those who have not seen the film follows Arnold Schwarzenegger as a father who is a workaholic. He misses out. He follows that classic trope of never making it on time to his kids' events. The movie actually starts off with him doing business. Again, a lot of these movies never really explain what the business is, but he's doing business at the business factory, and he gets a call from his wife saying that his son is getting a new belt in karate and he's going to run late, and of course it's like, no, he's not, we'll be fine. But he's late because he gets pulled over. And yeah, that is how the movie starts. So we find out a lot about the father character in the beginning. He's not really there for his son. He's always working, and Christmas is coming, and because he is so busy with work, he forgot the most important thing to his son. He forgot to purchase a Turbo Man action figure. And if you are unfamiliar with Turbo Man, he is the coolest action figure you can own as a child. He has a jetpack, he has a cool uniform. It's pretty much your stand-in for generic, super cool toy. And when Arnold's character realizes that he hasn't bought it, he begins the main story, the main plot. So, the entirety of Jingle All the Way follows Arnold's character as he goes through chaos, chaotic 24 hours in search for a Turbo Man action figure. We run into Sinbad there. Sinbad is also a father looking for this action figure. Arnold's character always calls it a doll. Sinbad always goes back and calls it an action figure. This results in a bomb scare, a gang full of Santas that are selling off-brand and broken toys. It also leads to a lot of fighting between, like a lot of madness at malls and a lot of fighting for these toys between parents. We also have Phil Hartman's character throughout this all, who is Arnold's neighbor. He is recently divorced and he is a ladies' man, and Phil Hartman absolutely kills this role. Phil Hartman, honestly, he's Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman was fantastic in everything he did. One of my all-time favorites. He's hilarious in that, so there's that kind of side tension with Phil Hartman's character and Arnold, because Phil Hartman keeps getting close to Arnold's wife, and is being the super over-supportive father, buying his son all the newest toys, even gets him a reindeer at one point. But anyway, the story wraps up with, honestly, a crazy scene. So it wraps up with Arnold somehow ending up in the Christmas parade that he's supposed to be meeting his family with. Of course, he's running late again. He ends up somehow becoming Turbo Man because the person playing Turbo Man didn't show up. He has a jetpack, and we get like an actual like superhero fight scene to finish this entire movie, which is perfect. Sinbad is all dressed up as the villain to Turbo Man. Arnold is Turbo Man. They fight in the parade, all for a specialty Turbo Man action figure, which he gives to his son. So, doesn't seem that deep of a movie from the outside in. And I mean, watching it really isn't. It is a comedy, it is an action comedy, it is a 90s comedy, it is full of slapstick humor, it is full of gags, jokes, Arnold running around flustered, Sinbad is there throwing out all his jokes. And yeah, it seems like a pretty simple Christmas comedy, but like every other video Like every other film we have reviewed this December, we are looking for the holiday spirit. And even though this movie is simple, I think the holiday spirit is definitely found in it. And it really revolves around how everyone feels around this crazy consumeristic part of the holidays. This need to buy the greatest thing and buy the perfect present for our loved ones and friends. And honestly, if I had to pick the one most stressful thing to come out of the holiday, there's probably the reason why I have not liked it the longest. It is this aspect of it. The aspect of stress, of spending more money than you actually have just to please someone because someone else is spending about money. The amount of pressure we are put on from exterior forces, from marketing, from stores, from corporations to get the greatest and best new stuff. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that didn't account for most of people's woes around the holiday season. But in Jingle All the Way, I actually believe this movie is a pretty good satire or comedy aimed directly at that super consumeristic part of Christmas. Throughout the entire movie, we see people going crazy to get this Turbo Man action figure. We see people fighting, throwing punches, having bomb threats. We see people in jetpacks fighting people with like guns. It is a crazy, over-the-top flick about trying to get the perfect present. And all we see is Arnold's character and Sinbad's character be absolutely miserable. And we also see Phil Hartman's character, who got his son a reindeer, is only really happy on the surface. Deep down, he is also miserable, and we see that when he is crying at the end of the movie because Arnold has a happy family. So, at the end of the film, when he gives his son the Turbo Man doll, he is still dressed up as Turbo Man. When this happens, his son, even though he was just chased by Sinbad for the last 5 minutes and almost gets killed by Sinbad for the doll, when the son finds out that Arnold is Turbo Man in the parade, he gives Sinbad the doll, stating that he has the perfect gift. His father is Turbo Man. And I think that really represents a lot of what is the holiday spirit, and not that bullshit that corporations tell us what Christmas and the holidays are. It is that feeling of going out of your way to do something nice for those you love, your family, your friends. And that is the heart of Jingle All the Way. Because at the end, the kid doesn't end up with the super special Turbo Man doll. But instead, he gives it away because he got to spend time with his father. He got to see that his father was putting an effort to try to be there for him, and despite all the pitfalls, he was still there. Will it immediately fix the relationship? Probably not, but it is a step, and that is what people really are looking for. I feel that is what people are really looking for, is knowing that people care enough to go out of their way to make each other happy. And I mean, that is my favorite part of the holiday, is trying to make my friends and family happy. And I think a lot of that is taken away from us with all the crazy marketing and having to buy the best gift, and everyone's stressing about the monies. And I mean, this is not an original point I'm making here. I think it is deep down a problem we all know about. We just aren't talking about because it is so ingrained in our culture. So, to sum it up, the holiday spirit in Jingle All the Way is the willingness to go out of the way to make those you love and those you are close to happy. It's a pretty simple message, but it is wrapped up pretty well in this comedy. So, like I said at the intro, it is the 23rd. We have 2 days till Christmas. We have done 7 videos so far. We have found a little bit of the holiday spirit in each of them, but we still have one more movie to go, and that is Gremlins. And hopefully, after that, we will really find out what the holiday spirit means to us. So, as always, if you like this video, click like down below. You can also subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified every time I post a new video, which coming up in 2021, I will be posting a variety of new things, still doing movie reviews and reviewing other things. in talking about films in more in-depth ways and talking about concepts and stuff, something that I really enjoy talking about. But until then, I will see you all on Christmas Day as we talk about everyone's favorite Green Goblins, Gremlins. As always, be excellent to each other and stay safe during these trying times, and I'll see you on Christmas Day. Happy holidays, everybody. I'm out.